I would say art has definitely played a role in me finding myself.
Just trying to figure out what I am as a creative, what my goals are.
Okay, my name is Diego Diaz and I study studio art. What does art mean to me? I think for me, art is a means of expression. It's a way to make my vision of the world a tangible thing I could look at.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I go to SF State. I study industrial design, but I really don't do much industrial design like on my own time. I consider myself a creative. You know, I do sewing, I make clothes, I'm getting into painting, making rugs.
I study studio art at SF State so that I can build and grow as an artist like that in a way that's true to me. Studying like the basics of art and studying like techniques that like past masters have done and current masters are doing. It's just really important to building your craft and building a life for yourself, I would say.
It's not a piece I made, but more specifically entering college, starting to meet a certain friend group where everyone did some creative thing, whether it was photography, drawing, fashion. So like integrating into that friend group, I was like, all right, I gotta choose something. Perfect. So like, it wasn't making a piece, but
I feel like every time I sit down and make art, there's always some new kind of brewing pot of emotions like within me, and that kind of gets pushed out through my art, and that could be anger, that could be love, that could be sadness, that could be confusion. There's really not a strongest emotion that pushes art out. It all kind of does the same thing. Sometimes love like doesn't do it for your art. Sometimes you need like some, I don't know, like some silliness. I don't know, like random little emotions that aren't that like viewed as important, you know?
I was always being creative and imaginative with my world, what's around me, storytelling. Like this isn't even anything to do with what I'm doing now, which is like fashion and making things. I'm just making a story. I'm making lore in my head.
For sure. So I come out of SD, and there's a lot of Hispanic influence around me. There's a lot of Black influence around me. I never really had a lot of like family, like extended family, so I didn't really get in touch with a lot of like my culture through my family, but the place that I lived at was like a little brewing pot for like Mexicans and Hispanics, and we all just kind of kicked it and partied and talked. I think the way that all impacted me, I think the way that all impacted me as an artist is my art is just more me. It's more closer to me. It's real hard to say exactly how culture has influenced me since, I don't know.
So I'm from Miami, you know, the East Coast, but now raised in the Bay, the West Coast. You know, two different styles, two different areas and everything when you look at these cities. But I'd say they both influenced me in different ways. You know, the Bay, obviously I grew up in this area. I see a lot of Latino, Black influence around. I would not honestly say that I grew up really seeing these things a lot, but I would say it's more of now that I'm older and I see what's around me and what I missed out on as a child, I like to look at. I want to go downtown. That's why I moved here, near the city where I moved, why I go to SF State, why I hang out with people I hang out with, people that like to go outside, just do whatever. I like to go to the city.
Advice I'd give to any artist trying to start out is hit up an art store and just pick out like random supplies that stick out to you, like anything. Go out for walks and pick up random objects that you like, that you see that stick out to you. I feel like art is really about just doing stuff you like doing, making stuff you enjoy. What I get out of my pieces, it's really like a mirror. I'm staring right back at myself, like looking at what I just made. Damn, actually, I don't know.